Hi, I'm Luis Medina. We're here with Love Notes. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we'll be talking about things to never say to your partner, things that are hurtful, and instead saying things that are positive, things that are really good. So let's get going with this. Sometimes in a relationship, especially we men, are not very good communicators, and we forget to communicate with our partner. And one of the things that we need to learn is how to communicate, how to stay in communication with our partner. If we're married, in communication with our wife. If we have a girlfriend, in communication with our girlfriend. But in either case, whatever the case may be, we need to learn how to communicate it a little bit better. And so these are just some pointers that I've learned throughout the year and in reading. But some things we sometimes say in a heated argument, we don't mean to say them, but we might say them, and they might be a little hurtful. No, they're not a little hurtful, they're a lot hurtful. So, one of the things that we should avoid saying, but we sometimes say, are statements that are absolute. For example, saying, you always ignore me. You never cook me that delicious dinner. You never, you just fill in the blank. You have probably better examples than what I have. But never use those statements. Those statements are absolute kinds of statements, and it makes your partner feel like they're being attacked. How does it feel when they tell you that? When I hear you're always late, or you're never on time, or when I hear those kinds of statements, I right away get defensive. Right away I say, hey, I'm never always late. I'm late today, but I'm not late the other day. So what that means is to be specific. Be specific about something. Don't ever say you're never here on time, or you're late, or don't ever use those kinds of statements. Or you're never ready to go out. You're always changing your clothes. Don't ever say those kinds of statements. Those are very hurtful kinds of statements. Instead, try to be specific. Like if you have an important date that you guys need to go to, you have an important meeting or a dinner, and you're expected there to be on time, and then say, hey, you know what, we need to be there at this time, and I feel that we're going to be late, and I'm going to feel embarrassed because there's some important people there. And just let her know how you feel about the situation. I'm just using these as examples, but you have better examples. So think about it. Think about what about that situation is making you feel nervous or insecure, or maybe it doesn't make you feel that. But whatever it is, be in connection with her and talk about how you feel. Another couple of statements that sometimes we men use on our wives or girlfriends is it's no big deal, or you are overreacting. And when we use those types of statements, we are in a way invalidating their feelings, invalidating how they feel, and maybe it is a big deal. So we should learn to listen and be more supportive. Find out why she feels that way, and why do you feel that she's overreacting. So calm down and listen, communicate. Maybe it is a big deal. So maybe she has to overreact. So let's just tone it down a bit, focus, take a little breather, and then listen to your partner's concerns. Never ever compare your partner to someone else, especially to an ex. Can you imagine that? Holy schmoly. Never ever compare your partner to anybody else. I know that if my wife compares me to somebody else, she might say, "You don't." Uh, I'll give you an example. We were on a bus ride, and I came down the steps first, and came down off the bus, and then my wife was right behind me, and I didn't turn around fast enough, but she got off the bus, and then she said, why didn't you help me off the bus? You know, some so and so would have helped me off the bus." And I said, "Whoa, that's bad." You know, I said, "Oops, I should have helped her off the bus. Of course I should have." But that wasn't the point. The thing that really was more hurtful, but it wasn't really that hurtful, was that she said, "Well, the bus driver helped me off, or the bus assistant was helping me off, and I wanted you to help me," because she wanted me, her man, to help her off the bus. And that's communicating. That's communication. So yes, of course, next time that we were on a bus ride, I made sure that I helped her off the bus. I said, "Hey, I'm sorry. Next time I'll be there." I wasn't. I didn't think about it. It just, you know. But next time I was very careful, and I made sure that I gave her my hand. She came off the bus, and she was very, very, very happy. So again, never compare you. But the point is, never compare your partner to somebody else. It is very hurtful, and that was, of course, a silly example, but it was a real example. So can you imagine now, if you compare her to your mom? "Oh, my mom cooks better food," or "This turkey isn't the way my sister makes it," or it could be anything. All right, so don't ever compare her to anybody else. She's unique, she's special, she's your wife, she's your partner, she's your girlfriend. Treat her like she's a special person. She's unique, and she has her own style. She has her own way of doing things. Validate her, right? Another statement that we sometimes use as men in a heated argument or in a discussion, we might say, "You're too sensitive. You're too emotional." And again, yes, sometimes, you know, we're made different. Men and women are different, and we must acknowledge that. And so we're made up different. Our wiring is different, and all that. So if we know that, then let's be a little bit more sensitive to that fact, and not use it against the woman or the girlfriend, because they're beautiful people and they're wonderful individuals. And so let's treat them like that. So let's not use these statements, because again, we're just hurting our relationship. We're destroying our relationship. We're putting things in our relationship that shouldn't be there, and we don't want to do that. Now, before I say the next statement, we are going to get into the positive statements. We are going to get into the statements that we should be saying in our relationship, which are much more positive. But this next statement is can be said, might be said. I don't know that you would say it, but if you think about it, or thinking about saying this statement, don't say it in an argument. Don't ever say, "I don't love you anymore," or "I regret meeting you," or having this relationship. That's a very destructive phrase, destructive statements. Avoid that statement. Look, if you're angry at your partner for something, if you guys are having an argument over something that's silly, because usually sometimes husbands and wives fight or argue over silly things. Yes, we do that. I know I do that. Silly things. And then when you take a step back, you realize, why were we arguing about again? And in the meantime, in that argument, we might say some things that are very hurtful, like, "I don't love you anymore," or "I don't like you anymore," or "I regret meeting you. I regret ever meeting you. Those are very hurtful and destructive statements that we should avoid at all costs. Look, if you're going through some difficult times, we all do. We all will go through some difficult times, and sometimes it happens in a relationship. Meditate. If you're a God loving person, if you love God, then take time, go sit down with God and meditate on the situation. But don't ever use those words. Communicate instead your feelings to your wife or your girlfriend. It's better to communicate than to say something that you'll regret later on saying. So don't ever say those statements. Those are very hurtful. If indeed it is time to call it quits, don't hurt her anymore. Don't do that. It's bad. So instead, meditate and take your time and use good words. All right. So those are some of the things that we shouldn't be saying in a relationship, because they're very hurtful. They're very bad. So instead use positive statements in your relationship and see the difference, because we're in a relationship, and we're in a marriage, we're in a relationship. We want to have a good time in that relationship. You married this person, you married for a reason, and so let's stay positive, say beautiful things. Excuse me, like, I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. And when you say these things, when you say that statement, I believe in you, you are affirming, you're helping your wife or your girlfriend with their self-esteem, because you believe in them. And say it in a very positive, very affirmative way. I believe in you. So saying I believe in you is very positive and very good, but also saying something like, you inspire me. You inspire me. You inspire me. I believe in you and you inspire me. You make me feel good. How does it feel if someone said that to you? For example, right now, you inspire me. It will uplift their self-esteem. I know if I hear it, you inspire me, or someone says to me, I believe in you, it makes me feel, well, yeah, thank you. It makes you feel a little bit better. Whether that's true or not, it makes you feel a lot better. Yes, of course it does. And another thing that's very supportive that you can say to your partner that encourages a stronger bond and builds a stronger bond between you and your wife or your girlfriend is that saying something to this effect: I am here for you no matter what. I am here for you no matter what. That hearing those words will bring security to the relationship. She will feel, wow, you're here for me no matter what. Yes, I am here for you no matter what. Through thick and thin, I am here for you. I am here no matter what. You know how that makes one feel if I hear those words said to me? If I'm going through a sickness or an illness and that person is saying, I am here with you no matter what. Those are beautiful words to be said, beautiful words to say. Because it doesn't matter it doesn't matter about anything. What matters is that you are here and I am with you no matter what. That is a very a beautiful statement to say, because she will feel secure. She will feel like, yes, my man is here no matter what. And that's what she wants to hear from you. You're the man and you're there no matter what, because you picked her. You picked her out of hundreds of thousands of people, out of hundreds of millions of people in this world, and you chose her to be with her, and you're there no matter what. And so when you say those positive statements, I am here for you no matter what, can you imagine saying those words in a heated argument? If you're in an argument, hey, I believe in you, you're right, you inspire me, and I'm here with you through thick and thin. and we might be going through a hard time right now, but I still believe in you, and you're a very important person in my life. So again, even saying that you're a very important person in my life, you inspire me, and you make me a better person. You make me a better person. When you say that statement to her, um, you're acknowledging that you need her, that you want her, that you need her, and that she inspires you and she makes you a better person for who you are. You're a better person because you met her. Your life is better because you met her, and you're there through thick and thin, and you love her, and you say those words to her, and when it's all positive, because it builds a stronger bond. You're telling her how important she is to you in your life, and so when you share that with her, she's feeling better, she's feeling good, and you know what's going to happen? You're going to feel good too, because she's going to realize that she has met her knight in shining armor, and that is you, her husband. That is you, her boyfriend. So say these positive things, and don't say them just once. Say it often. Say it often. You inspire me. I believe in you. You're the most wonderful person in my life. You're great. And say it with, be sincere about that. Be sincere and avoid all those other negative statements. Be grateful that she's in your life, and tell her that I'm grateful that you are in my life. My life is better because I met you. My life is wonderful because I met you. I can smile more because I met you. And I want to share this joy and this happiness with you. Even if you've been married 1 year, or 10 years, or 20 years, or 30 years, you want to bring this happiness to her. And so avoid all those negative statements, dude. Avoid it. Just get away from those negative statements and be positive, be loving, and your relationship's going to improve 100%. Believe me, you're going to have a great, great evening, if you know what I mean. But anyways, be loving to your partner. Be sincere. Communicate. Communicating is extremely important in today's world and today's society. Everybody's in communicating, or they're on the iPad or the iPhone, and they're playing games on there, or they're communicating with their friends through there. But what is very important, and what we be more important, is you're communicating with your partner, that you communicate with them live, not through the iPhone. Although you can send a nice little positive message through the iPhone too. But what I'm saying is, keep it positive. Stay positive. Bring these statements to your relationship, and it's going to change. Now, stay away from the negative statements. Even in a heated argument, just you know what I do. Of course, this is what I do. I need to take some time off when there's a heated argument. I keep it, keep this thing zip. I take my time and meditate. Excuse me. I might go out and sit down for a while somewhere quiet and just meditate, and meditate on all the positives. And then the argument might be of something silly, something ridiculous, something that was misunderstood. And come back, sit down. Hey, honey, I love you. I believe in you. I'm sorry that we are going through this mix-up, but let's understand what is going on, what specifically happened, and then talk about it. Communicate your feelings. Don't stay away from all those bad things, but stay positive. Say the positive things first. That always seems to work. And then say, hey, you know what, I didn't like that, whatever it is that happened. Or maybe she's the one that didn't like something that you said or did. or forgot to do. Yeah. We always forget something to do, and then they get mad at us. Oh well. Okay. So keep it positive. You know, keep it positive. Peace and love to you, and see you on the next time we're here.